Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another morning broadcast. We are in the middle of the week. We had a good week so far, but it's been a good balance between pre-market and the open. So I had some good trades this morning, and let's get right into it. We've had some good trading going on. So let's talk big picture. I don't have anything that's active right now, so let's move to big picture, and then we'll get right into the smaller names, individual names. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the Qs. Okay, all right. So yesterday CPI was not terrible, but it did warm up because of some tariff-related industries. And today PPI was cooler than expected. So we'll see a pop here at the release of PPI. We see NVIDIA etching up here. So positive thing for the market. I don't think anything has changed since yesterday when it comes to narrative besides CPI data, PPI data coming out. So we're going to keep the same, we're going to stick to our same themes that we've been focused on. And we'll talk about individual stocks. So crypto related basket, right? Yesterday, well, let's talk about a few of the tech AI names. So QS actually paid us out very well on our call. We talked about this in our game plan. QS had, it was approaching yesterday's high. Not yesterday, I'm sorry. It was approaching Monday's high of day, and then it broke, and then it sat on top of yesterday's high. Well, it dipped below VWAP, then at the open broke back above Monday's high, and then settled, and then it gave us some scalps. So that thing pulled back and then pushed again. So good scalps on QS yesterday, and now it's sitting right at yesterday's high again. So we'll see. This thing has just been trending upward. Strong trend. So we just been staying with the trend on QS. So when tech gets hot, AI gets hot, quantum, we trade it, and it's offered us multiple days of scalping. So we'll keep that in the game plan. All right, next is some of the names that are related, like SoFi, some of these tech names. I just have them on watch. This one has been trending upwards as well. It's been hitting resistance, and faded yesterday. Now it's back at support here. So we'll see what happens if this one is to give us another push higher, or if it starts to fade as well. All right, so all of those names are in the same category, or they come from the same idea. So you may be looking at the BBAIs of the world as well, SoundHound AI. But these are the two that we were looking at yesterday, and QS played out. All right, now Bitcoin. Okay, so the Bitcoin related stocks, Mara, we traded Mara, and it gave us some plays on Monday, and yesterday it out of the gate. This was Monday, yeah. So Monday popped, and we took scalps on the front side here. Bounced from VWAP, took more scalps. Then it faded. We're looking at it, possible breakout here. Took a loss on Mara there, but closed early. The volume was pretty low. Just put some size on, tried to attack it there. Now it's back at that the resistance, and it broke yesterday's high here. So this was yesterday's high, and it's broken that high. It's tapping VWAP. So let's see if we continue there. All right, so all of those, so Mara, SBET. Now this one is one that we traded several days as well. This one, it popped and moved sideways, dropped below VWAP, and then recovered, and then rallied for the rest of the day. So watching this one with Ethereum. This one is attached to Ethereum, and Ethereum has just been on the move. So look at SBET. This one popped earlier this year in March, and then a lot of volume flew back in or flowed back into that to that stock. So let me check the comments. All right, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so we'll see what happens on SBET, SBET. All right. Okay, so two that had news today. Let's talk about this. So RGTI, interesting. RGTI, they hit one of theirs. They hit a mid-year goal, and this is a pretty big deal. A lot of positive implications from that milestone. So we saw pre-market RGTI rally, and if you look at it related in comparison to the others like QUBT, others in its basket, QBTS, it's relatively stronger. So I'll be looking at RGTI to see what happens on that. It's approaching resistance levels. If we break, we do have some upside here. So this resistance has held for a few days, or actually, I'm sorry, about 10 days. So let's see what happens at the open. But really strong volume and a good move for this type of stock in the pre-market. So we'll be looking at RGTI. Another one that's interesting is BTCS. This one was added to Russell 2000 micro, the Russell micro index, microcap index, not 2000, Russell microcap index. And so we saw it rally. It hit this resistance level there. So I want to see what's going to happen there if we're going to squeeze through that. A lot of these companies that are related to Bitcoin treasuries, crypto treasury, crypto ventures that are, these companies are popping up. You have a small cap biotech company, and it announces that it started its own fund, and then that thing just pops, right? So it's been something that's been happening. So with the news here that it was added to the Russell Microcap Index, I'm looking at it, not micro crap, micro cap. But yeah, so we'll see. All right, yeah, QLGN. I'll talk about that one in just a second. Okay, so BCTS, GAME is one that I traded. It popped. We had squeeze here, and got out of there. And another one that was VCIG here. So VCIG, I mean, decent news, but the price action volume in the tape, it popped and it just squeezed. Kept seeing the buyers hitting the ask, tape sped up, and so I just entered that on the breakout. Then started scaling out here, and then scaled out when we broke this higher low right there. So VCIG, don't really have much expectations for it, but just we'll see. Set alarms, and we'll see if they're. What do you think for aggressive QL? Aggressive QL. I mean, here on this one. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. VCI monster trade on VCIG. Yeah, that was a nice trade. Beautiful. Very, very nice. That one popped and squirrels, and I think it's okay, Amir. You just have to, because I was still holding here because the buyers were aggressive. So lower risk there would be okay. It's just that after it failed, if you were still holding and it failed here, I'd either take profit, because I think you could have had like a 1-to-1 there. be taking profit there and then trying to scale out as it reapproach the break even, because it's one failure, two failures, three, four, failed 4 times there. So, all right. Okay. So QLGN. Yeah. So QLGN, what was it? What was the catalyst? I didn't catch this move here. It popped here, and then I didn't want to buy it right there. I was looking to see if it would pull back. Granted patents for cancer drug in more than 20 European countries. So that's a good catalyst. So as of right now, I'd just be looking at, it has a nice range, nice consolidation here. Yeah, nice consolidation. So just keep in mind the big picture. Here it's broken. So it's broken a few levels. It's a good thing about it. It's broken a few levels here. So stock splits. So watch and see what happens out of this consolidation. A lot of volume here. Volume remain elevated there, and drop. So good thing. This consolidation is a good thing. So we'll see. It's going to be a reactive trade. It's either going to pull out of here, drop below VWAP, and then short off, or pulls out. So that's good. We have a good consolidation there. So keep that one. I'll keep that one on watch. Okay. All right. So QLGN, and let's see. I think we covered RGTI, BTCS. I think one of the top names that I'm really curious for is RGTI here. So that breakthrough and where it is technically, and you normally don't see that much trading happening on a name like this. So this is I think RGTI's float is about 284 million. So we'll see what happens on that breakthrough. Yeah, this one, XYZ. What's interesting, I also look at stocks that are down as well for reversion. I didn't see any news on this one. Curious to see if something was going to come out. All right, so NUWE. This is one I didn't trade, but it was up. I didn't catch any of this here, so you may have caught that. It's just been ranging. And what was that catalyst? I think I didn't pay much attention to it because, all right, secures U.S. patent strengthening its position as a leader in fluid management and innovation. Yeah, it's at resistance. I think it's worth a watch. See if liquidity flows in. DRPO, this is one that DPRO, Dragonfly, popped. I didn't do anything here, but it was interesting though, because what I saw was price continued to rise. So we had divergence here. Price continued to rise here, but we had aggressive selling. So, buyer kept flashing up, flashing. If you see the CVD, you see the aggressive selling, see the divergence there. So that one was interesting this morning. I was watching this here. You see that divergence there. So I have alarm set on it because of that. And catalyst was Integrated with TB2 Aerospace drops system cheese 100% success rate. What was this one? That's not it. Something about the Department of Defense. Big developments for drone. Stocks says White House issues executive order to unleash American drone dominance. Yeah, this was it. 2 hours ago. Selected by major branch of U.S. Department of Defense for advanced operation initiatives. That's what it was. So I was looking at this happening, and I saw that catalyst as well. So I'll just kind of watch it. We'll see what happens. Okay. All right. What else are y'all looking at? CYCN. Urban, I got you on that one. CYCC. I think this one just recently popped. It's worth a watch. This one is worth a watch. It ran up yesterday, and see if it mark these levels here and see if volume flows into it for another leg higher. It could happen. It could have a liquidity trap. Okay. Yep. Good morning. Good morning. If this is your first time and you enjoy the stream, please hit that like button. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you are looking at, and I will do my best to discuss it. Also, most of our viewers are trading. We talked about game. Yeah, most of our viewers are trading small caps. So I'm typically discussing small caps, but if you want me to look at mid or large, I will do so because I'm watching them as well, like the BMNRs of the world, NVIDIA, Tesla, MP, looking at these. So just drop me, let me know, and I will. All right, I think Unity is. All right, analyst upgrade. Interesting. Let's see. PEW IPO. Yeah, I'd say it's worth a watch. See if volume comes in. Higher float, 300 million. So, see, it broke out of a daily range though. So that's pretty good. That gets my attention there. Okay. All right. So last one, PEW. PEW IPO. QLGN shorten. Yeah, I don't see much here for me on this one right now. Let's things change. Okay, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. So go ahead and follow your plan. And XOME, it'll go between like a 65, 75%. But so what makes me profitable is a combination of things. It won't just be just the win rate. It's the average R&R as well, the expectancy, R multiple. So, also, like I may cut things early, so that helps out. Keep the losses smaller. That's the main thing. And then the amount of trades that I'm getting, because I'm trading stocks, just moving around. So trading as many in play tickers as possible. So you don't need a super high win rate. Some people do have a very high win rate, like those that are maybe hyper scalpers. Those scalp like on a lower time frame. But me, for a good balance, I focus on just 1 minute, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 at times if stocks run. I'm in the right place at the right time, and then betting bigger on better trades, like higher plays. So my B trades have a lower win rate, but A and A plus have a higher win rate. So it's not just flat across the board when it comes to different trades. Okay. All right. So hope y'all have a good day, and I will talk to y'all later. Stick to your game plan. Just keep showing up every day. These game plans, they really help out. If you look at the stocks that I share in the morning and see how they play out during the day, we're normally in the right stocks based on volume, catalysts, technical, higher time frame technical setups. So let's just continue to show up, and let's stay at it. Okay. Last question. Do you have a video on how you manage looking at so many tickers throughout the day? I have a video on my setup, but I don't have a public video on just the process of rotating tickers in and out. So I may have to do something like that. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much. Hope y'all have a good day. Smash that like button on the way out, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.